In August of 2012, Valve introduced an easy way for developers to get their games onto Steam. They created a new service called Greenlight. Developers could submit their games for a $100 fee, and Steam users could vote on them and decide whether or not they wanted to see them on Valve's digital distribution platform, Steam. Here are 5 games that deserve your vote. To start with, here's a personal favorite of mine, Race the Sun. Now, Race the Sun has been on Steam Greenlight for a very long time. It's a really great racing game in which you, guessed it, race the sun. You're a solar-powered racing vehicle, and frankly, there's no real story to Race the Sun. You're just racing across a really cool, minimalistic, futuristic landscape. An interesting feature of Race the Sun is that every 24 hours, the track is completely different. That's because the game uses procedural generation to create new tracks every single day. While Race the Sun has been getting quite a bit of attention on Steam Greenlight lately, it's not quite received enough votes to go on Steam. So please, if you have the chance, give it a vote, give it some love, and frankly, try it out. It's a really great game. Next on our list is another really great game that hasn't gotten much attention at all. The name of the game is Factory Wingman, and it's a MOBA, if you're familiar with those, but not quite like any MOBA you've played before. Imagine if somebody were to take the real-time strategy of such MOBAs as Dota or League of Legends and exchanged them for dogfighting. That's pretty much what 9 Dots has done with Factory Wingman. Personally, I've played a bit of Factory Wingman, and it is excellent. There's currently a Kickstarter for Factory Wingman going on besides the Greenlight page, so if you have the chance, vote for them on Greenlight, and also check out their Kickstarter. It's a really great game that absolutely deserves to be made. If their Kickstarter succeeds, they'll wind up adding support for the Oculus Rift. Now, I've never tried the Oculus Rift, but from what I've heard, Factory Wingman would be a blast on it. So please, do yourself a favor and check it out. Right here is the wonderful and weird McDroid. A personal favorite of mine, in McDroid, you play as a robotic strawberry farmer. You heard right. Your goal in the game is to grow plenty of strawberries and to protect them from the worms that will inevitably try and eat them. While the game personally reminds me of Pikmin due to its story and farming elements, the developer himself says that the games that inspired him were R-Type and Dune. Certainly an amazing combo, and he put them together very well. I love McDroid for its very fast-paced, tower defense style gameplay, and also for its gorgeous cel-shaded graphics. It's got a very nice cartoonish look. It kind of reminds me of Dungeon Defenders. If you have the opportunity, check this one out.
So became my so-called life. Gritty streets and golden skies, red eyes, hard pillows, and hard luck stories enough to fill 13 shots on a sticky, rat-trodden bar.
Next on our list is a game that's definitely been on my playlist for a long time. It's called Hot Tin Roof, and it mixes elements of film noir and Metroidvania platforming. In Roof, you investigate murders as Emma Jones, a detective, and you have a cute little cat companion, Francine. One thing that really drew me to Hot Tin Roof, though, is that the game isn't entirely focused around shooting things. According to the official Kickstarter page, this isn't your typical run and gun. While there's plenty of shooting, your gun is a tool, not a weapon. Violence isn't always the answer. You've got to use your head. As I mentioned before, this game has been freshly kickstarted, it more than met its goal, and right now it really deserves some love. So if you get the opportunity, please, give it some votes on Steam Greenlight. Finally, here's our last game. Created by Sidra, it's a very strange RPG. It's rather short, and it's got a great sense of humor. The name of this game is Dark Scavenger. Now, I find Dark Scavenger very difficult to describe. I suppose the best way to describe it is as a short RPG that's a lot like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but with a much more fantastical slant. While it's not a very long RPG, it's definitely one that deserves your attention. There are multiple paths to take, and it's been on Steam Greenlight forever, so please, give this one some attention. Now, I do have some extra good news about the games in this video. A couple of them are on sale right now at notonsteam.com. Created by the developer of Race the Sun, NotOnSteam.com is a place for indie devs to put their games on sale before they're available on Steam. What's great is that most of these games are 50% off or more, and if you buy them right now, besides having immediate access, you'll also be able to play the games on Steam once they're greenlit, because you will be provided with a key. So please, do yourself a favor, check out NotOnSteam.com.